Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You have tuned in to
Becky
and Brandy's podcast called Culture Exposed.
Culture Exposed, guys.
Culture Exposed. So, well, this is episode 9.
Number 9.
Number 9, which is such a blessing.
But it didn't come with some difficulty.
All the time. I'm having some issues all the time, y'all. But it's always good in the end.
It is.
Right?
It always just still works out.
Okay. So, yeah. So, I don't want to say that it was a disaster, but it was very, very interesting, to say the least. But we're here.
Yes, we are. We are here. It's been a rough week. How was your week?
My week is, it's been busy. My week is busy anyway because my husband's out of town and he works in and out of town, so he's not here at the moment. And so he's a dad and a husband by phone and video chat, and he makes sure he does that.
Monitoring.
But I'm a little overwhelmed starting the work week, and I had a birthday, my stepmom's birthday. Shout out to her. Happy birthday,
Hey,
Rhonda.
happy birthday, Rhonda.
We had a good birthday with her, all my family, my dad. They've been together 37 years. Shout out to that.
37.
That's a blessing. But we had to do that, and my kids have cheer and volleyball and physical therapy, and I am running ragged, to say the least. But it's a blessing that I'm able to do it. I'm healthy enough to do it, and my mind is in a good place to structure everything and put it all together. But my week has been, and it's only midweek.
Right. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been busy.
Yeah.
It's been really busy, especially at work. Holidays are coming up.
You guys are, and since you're the operation manager, you have to make sure it operates correctly.
Yes, so it's been interesting few days, but we're getting it together.
Nice.
Yes,
They can count on you.
Yes.
Super Becky. That's a blessing, though. You have job security.
That's true. Very true.
And
I like what I do too.
That's good. So then it doesn't be really a job.
I like the fact that it's not repetitive. Like,
you really got to use your brain every day in another way.
It's a lot of critical thinking and a lot of on the spot moment decisions on what's going on, and then at the same time, multitasking and making sure that everybody's doing what they're doing. Then you get hit with questions, and it's like all over the place.
Shout out to my friend's brain, because she is too smart, and that is exactly what you do all the time. So
it really does keep my mind active. Like, it's never repetitive. Something's always different. I think that's what I like most about my job, is that it's always something different.
That's good. I would definitely need that type of job too. I can't hear the same thing over and over again. I'll just go crazy.
And I do like working with the public, because I feel like the people who do come in front of me, I feel like there's only certain people who I've noticed that once they come in front of me, I can feel like they need extra prayers.
Okay.
So
you get a double. You get to help them in customer service and do your job and make your money, and then also you get to help them in the spiritual world.
Yeah.
Where you're giving them just the prayer and the love and the light that they need.
Yeah.
Come on now, friend. Double whammies. Then that's why it's coming back on you like, bah, bah.
Yeah.
That's good. And then that's why, at your job, it's good. I know you pray over the job and pray around the job, and,
definitely
walking through the doors and stuff like that, because it's your sanctuary. It's where you feel at peace.
That's true. And I'm not going to lie, my job hasn't always been a great working environment. Of course, we all have struggles with some coworkers. But I did notice that once I started praying for my coworkers, that turnaround is something different. The working environment starts to get a lot better, reasonable, and everything. Once you start praying for them, just, say a prayer for them and make sure they're part of your prayer group, and everything will work out.
And a prayer can be just simple, like just God ease their heart, because she's very bitter. He's very bitter. So please ease their heart. Give them comfort so that they won't come so
Or you never
direct.
Or you never know what people are going through in their own personal lives too, which might be affecting them at work. So you can just always just pray for their
it's always their
mind,
personal life.
Yeah.
I think it's like probably 90% it'd be their personal life, because you're such a good person. You give out light everywhere you go to everybody, and you help everybody.
I try to.
You do. So that's why they tell you all the time. All your coworkers love you. All your friends love you. It's like Becky is just a supernatural person that gives out light. So if the person still has that hatred against you because you're giving out light and love, there has to be something coming outside. Can't be in you, like, you just hate me because I am light. Like, oh, that's the devil. Where did that come from?
Yeah,
that has to come from outside. So it's never from your work performance. It's never from the snitch at work. It's never from that stupid stuff. It's always outside energies that they bring into your work, and that's why you have to pray over it.
Exactly.
That's crazy, but it's working with the public.
It is.
And working with your coworkers, you never know what you're gonna get. When I used to work at my old job, I used to always get the same thing. People would come to my desk and I would process their applications. And when I would do that, I would always read their energy. And sometimes I feel like God would tell me, like, to give this person more information.
Yes.
And sometimes I think he would be like, don't engage with this person. And it was sometimes where the energy just felt very, very dark, you know. And then sometimes you can't reach those type of people, so you don't even want to try. You don't want to push it on, because you're already light.
Right.
You don't want to fight with somebody's soul or their spirit. I'm not going to do that,
because it's like a brick wall. You're not getting through it all.
That's true.
But you can plant seeds, in which case they might reflect, later back and be like, oh, that's what that lady was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's just human nature for us to just be
nice and give everyone,
give people knowledge and give them information.
And you do have like a lot of knowledge, especially helping a lot of people.
Yeah. And that, I feel like that's my purpose. So, and knowledge is free, so why not share it?
Right.
Like, why not share it? Like, why are you holding on to that knowledge?
Because the game is sold, not told.
Girl, bye. These free resources ain't the game. The game is, don't let that man talk you out your paycheck every 2 weeks. Come on now. Right. And I ain't going to tell you that either. I'm going to let you know.
Right.
So, I don't know about the game and so and I told, like, please, I'm trying to educate everybody that needs education. You need some knowledge? I got you, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
It really is.
Got to push that. So let's talk about other things that happened during the week. So I know we had a super, super, super duper event on the 14th, which was Saturday.
There's the solar eclipse.
What's up? Did you see it?
No.
Okay. You had your glasses. We went and got our glasses together.
We did get our glasses.
I'm pretty sure I talked to you that morning.
Yes.
Before the eclipse at 9 o'clock. I think we talked at like 6 or something. We talked real early. And you missed it.
I did.
How?
I kind of did.
Went to sleep, or you were just?
I was meditating, but then I was like in sleep mode, kind of.
In and out.
But then like Faith popped up, and she brought me right back into reality.
This realm. Okay.
And it was funny because when she did do that, it was like at the peak.
Oh, you were somewhere.
Yeah, I was kind of like at the peak, and I couldn't. I was like, whoa.
Wow. Like, I want to get back there.
Yeah. It was interesting because traditionally we're not supposed to look at it. We're not supposed to eat, drink, talk, because technically it's like a intimate moment between the sun and moon
Oh, okay.
and earth.
Okay.
So, and they say like you can even notice if people were even out watching the eclipse. I don't know, did you notice any birds were out?
No, I didn't notice any birds. I just came out for a minute, put the glasses on, watched it, and then went back in the house.
Yeah, because even like nature observes it. They all go still, and then after it's
Oh.
done, they all come out and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
So there were a
tight.
couple of posts that I read that they noticed that, like they
That's
noticed there
good.
were no birds. It was quiet. It was still.
Oh, that's
and then
good. That's
afterwards,
cute.
you know, they started to hear the birds. They were flying in
Yeah.
the air.
Oh, we gotta look that up. We gotta see what they talking about. Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I did notice it because my daughter, she has cats, so they're my grand cats. But with them, they were pretty quiet that morning. But as soon as it was over too, they like kind of like went meow. They were like meowing,
Oh, wow.
which they don't normally do. They're pretty quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. I mean, not weird, but that's interesting because I've never heard that. And then you said that in your tradition, you guys cannot talk. So I want to talk about that. You can't talk.
No, because it's like quiet time.
Like
Everyone's
like you
put on
have to-
timeout. Basically, like you're put on timeout. You
Nice.
can't eat, you can't drink, you can't sleep. And well, if you do go to sleep, you put ash like underneath your eyes, so then that way your eyes are protected. Or if like you had to go to work or whatever and you had to be out in the sun. But there were like some people who were posting and they were driving around with their welding helmets on because they had to be out.
My job requires me to be outside right now.
It was so funny though.
Oh, that's okay. Nice. Well, you let them know. My friend observed the quiet time. She did not go out in the eclipse, and she did her thing. I seen it outside with my son. My daughter was still asleep. She didn't wake up till like 12, and so it was just me and my 25-year-old. So we just went outside with the glasses and we watched it, and then we just went back in the house and just doing whatever. I mean, it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but because of where we weren't able to see it, I guess, completely. It was it wasn't the whole thing. It was like crescent or whatever.
Yeah.
A crescent, but it was beautiful. I was like, okay.
I really liked the people's photos of the shadow like coming through like the trees. That was really neat. It
That
reminded
was.
me of the eclipse back in 2012 when I was back in New Mexico. That's how it came through too. It was
Really?
pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, New Mexico is always in like the little path through it. Never
Yeah,
had that
like in the
too.
pocket. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, that was good. We got to see it really good due to that. That was what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to the astronomy department at and everywhere, because we love astronomy too. We're all about it. So
I'm like all wiggly in my chair because I have a cramp in my leg. And
oh no, like a Charlie horse.
kind of. Like I haven't had
She's
one of these.
getting
And,
old.
oh my God.
You're getting old,
Is that what happens? Is
Yeah,
it-
you gotta
well,
eat more bananas now and take potassium pills and osteoporosis joint restriction stuff. No, for real. You laughing, but for real, you gotta start taking that stuff now.
Oh. I'm like, oh, let me get through this cramp.
Okay, get that cramp out, girl. Get that cramp out, girl. Drink your drink. Oh, while you getting out that cramp, let's talk about our next topic. Our next topic is how to engage and to disengage into toxic media coverage. Okay. So Becky and I were talking, and there are certain couples on the internet that get their money through drama, and everybody knows who those couples are. And now I have refused to hear what is going on about them. Like, if I'm on one of the websites and I'm watching something and I see anything that pop up on them, I'm like, pew. Like, I don't want to give them my views. All y'all could give them that y'all views if y'all want, but they won't get my views, because I don't see anything in that's positive at all. And the more they do drama, the more famous they get, and I just can't condone that. Not saying I'm, so holier than thou that I don't do no drama, but like that drama, no, I don't do that drama. Sorry, I don't do that. I don't condone that in my family. I don't condone that in my house. I don't condone that. Just all that fighting, and it's just not right. It's not love. It's not love. So we were talking about how you just don't engage in it. Like, don't give it
your energy.
Anything, though. Like, you guys have to understand, a lot of that is put into your spirit, and then you're craving it. And when they chilling, because it's all most time it's like an act. They do different stuff and be like, oh, we did that, let's do it again on camera. So, like, you guys have to understand, like, a lot of stuff is scripted and for TV, and a lot of maybe that stuff gets real after a minute, but a lot of that stuff is scripted. So watch what you think is real and what's not. But when you're in this media coverage and you're always watching it, you're craving it. And when you're craving it and they go about their business because it was all an act, you get the craving in your spirit. Then you get to being toxic. Then you looking for something to argue with, and somebody to argue about, somebody to fight with it. You want to be, I'm finna go viral because, come on, that's ignorant. That's not love. That's evil. So don't put it in your spirit. Like, really put calming stuff in your spirit. Put affirmations and motivate. I listen to a lot of affirmations just on how to push love out into the world. Mm-hmm. On how to smile more, and how to say thank you when you're at the drive-through, and let them know that you have a great day. What is that? It's nothing.
And that's crazy that you say that, because I was just at the drive-through earlier, mm-hmm. and I talk to people and I give them good energy back, and then when I was leaving after I got my food, they're like, have a good day. I was like, oh, you too, have a great day. And she really appreciated that. Mm-hmm. Like, she smiled. She's like, thank you. Because even though it's a fast food job, that person still has feelings. They still have a life. They're still doing what they need to do in order to make it. And they might even have like 2 or 3 jobs. That might be like their second job, just so that they can get through the holiday season to provide for their families.
That's so true. You gotta push love, you guys. You have to push out that good energy. I don't know how much we can push that into you, but it is, I promise you, if we would push that all like 3 times a day of just pushing love instead of hate, each person 3 times a day of just a minimal gesture, like, I promise you, less fighting, less wars, less everything. But it's evilness, it's greed, it's attention, it's competition. It's so much that
it is
that we have to like push it the other way. I don't know. So we're talking about that. So then we're talking about other toxic media coverage. So we're gonna name these people by name. We're talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, I don't, whatever her name is. The one that Chris Rock was talking about. So, because I'm real mad at this situation.
What part are you mad about?
I'm mad that this man that has been one of my entertainment heroes for a long time for a very, very long time. And my family's entertainment hero. You know, that a type of man that we've only seen him push out knowledge and love and respect to everybody around him. And that's why he's one of our American heroes. And I'm mad because of someone that can be so close to him and someone that can have ties with him with children and family and years could just emasculate him like that and just want to just tell all your business about, like, nobody needed to know everything that she's talking about in that book about that man. Like, who needed to know that? I have a husband. I have an ex-husband too. We keep it real. I got an ex-husband and I have a husband. I couldn't write a book about my ex-husband. Why? Because I got a baby by him. We got a child together that's 12 years old. We have a child together. My daughter's gonna read that. I don't want her to think that I feel like, because it wasn't a accident, baby. We were married. We had to have a baby on purpose. You know what I mean? So I don't never want her to think that that wasn't on purpose and that was not how it was. So I respected him and he respected me. Now, when everything else happened, it was everything else, and that's why we got divorced. But from that, that's still her dad. And I'm not gonna, for him, because I know what type of stand-up man he is, I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. And he ain't did no Nobel Peace, nothing, no great movies, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular DJ. So, but that's her daddy, and he's a good man. So for her to do that to him when he is an American hero, when he's probably the kids' hero, when he's probably his nieces and nephews' heroes, when he's probably, you know, for her to just tear him down and just say how much he didn't mean to her, and to put their personal business out there for her personal gain, for a gain of a book and an audio book and a this and a that. Like, why do people want to air all of their business out like that? Like, and hurt the other person publicly and nationally? Like, I'm just confused. Like, I wouldn't do that. What you think, friend?
I think it is like a lot of drama. I am enjoying the memes. They were a bit funny.
I seen one when they had Jada Pinkett in the backseat with Suge and Tupac in the car. That last picture of Tupac, and they had her in the backseat.
Yeah.
And she was like, yep, I was with Tupac when he got shot. I said, I'm weak. Like, stop. But yeah, the memes are crazy right now.
They really are. As far as her, you know, airing out all that stuff like that, yeah, she could have kept that to herself. She really could have kept that to herself and just let that shit ride and went along their own. You don't even know what's in that book, though.
You don't even know what's in that book. She only let out a little bit. Let it ride, and they what? Going about their business.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, you were saying? Oh, sorry. You were saying that, you know, she should have just, you know, got a divorce and let that shit ride. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, like not even address it and just be like, you know, just go about their business. But there's been already a lot of speculation, you know, from August and all of that stuff. But Will seems to keep a really low key profile. Like, you don't see any dirt coming up on Will.
Never.
It's mostly all, you know, Jada.
All the time.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
But he did stick up for her, though. He did, you know, slap the shit out of Chris Rock for what he did say about her. So there is some respect and still love there.
Well, I think because she really does have an issue with her hair, and he probably has went through that with her. You know, they were like, oh, they were separated, but if she's really been having issues like that, that comes with depression and a lot of other things like that when people have alopecia. So you never know what type of rock, even though they might have been separated, he still was to her, because he's just that type of man. Like, we don't really know what happened behind the scenes. So I think that when Chris Rock said that part, emotionally, it came from a hurt place, and that's why he was like, okay, let me say something, because she has a problem with this is a medical issue. You know what I mean?
Right, but she addressed that recently, and she said that she was more not shocked at what Chris Rock was saying, but she was more shocked at
that's a lie, because you guys are
at him calling her his wife.
You guys are out and about all the time as husband and wife. Nobody even knew that y'all were separated. So publicly, he would not say my friend Jada. He would say my wife, because you guys are playing the I'm still married to you game.
Right.
So that didn't make no sense. I was so shocked he called me my wife. I said, I'm leaving here as your wife. Bruh, yeah, I seen that. I seen all that drama. I'm good on her. Like, I'm not listening to that audio. I was reading it because the men started talking about it, and I like to hear men's point of view on stuff like that.
Oh, what were the men saying?
Well, they were saying that woman is emasculating that man. That woman is out of line. She need to go sit her tail down. She blah 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 blah. Jim Jones was like, girl, you over here talking about you sold some crack, but I want to know who was the fiend that you sold it to. Any fiends really knew Jada out there pushing that powder? Holla at me. So they saying she capping. They said she doing it all for, because she was like, yeah, I used to sell big cocaine. In her book, she talking all crazy kind of stuff about how Tupac was her only soulmate. He's always been her soulmate, and you only get one soulmate, and he was hers. Why you use my man then?
Why you use my man? See the birth charts for this to see if they were actually soulmates.
Yeah, right.
I call cap.
Right, I call cap too. And
because we all know that Tupac is my soulmate.
Listen, but I think with Tupac though, okay. But what I think with Tupac, they probably was kicking it, and like he probably was trying to talk to her or whatever, and she probably wasn't feeling him, and he was like a little thug or whatever. And then when everything hit the fan and he was bigger than her, he probably was like, "Bro, you can't roll with me. You ain't from over here. You're not about this life." And I think that's why they separated. Then he died. And then she was probably like, dang, everybody don't know that was like really my little boo-boo thing. So then she started coming out little by little like, oh, that was my little boo-boo thing. Everybody like, he dead, like, why you even bring him up? And since he been dead, every time you got to hear something about Jada and Tupac. Now, she ain't had that many occurrences and occasions with him.
I think like she really started to talk more about Tupac when they brought back up that his killer was found and all this stuff. So
anything for promoting her book.
Some of the comments, it kind of seems like she is riding the clout wave.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, she definitely is. So I'm not promoting it. I haven't even ever seen the Red Table Talk. I've never seen their family show. I just wasn't ever interested in what they had to say, so I never watched it. So I don't really know anything about them as a family. I just, see them on TV. Hopefully, he can heal from this, and hopefully he can. It doesn't even have to be in a relationship. He needs to heal. He needs to go to some solitude. You seen him on the boat?
I did see him on a boat. It looked like he was like in Alaska or somewhere, like going like deep sea fishing or canoeing or something.
And at first he looked like he was meditating. Wasn't he like gone?
Yeah, he was just like chilling
moving at all. And then they had the little beeps in the sound, like his notifications going off. So he wasn't giving a care. Shout out to Will Smith. Like,
shout out to Will.
Man, put the beep on.
Oh.
And that's how I feel about that bitch. Okay. Okay, so before we go, I want to talk about one more thing. I looked up what countries the United States gives foreign aid to.
Okay.
Okay. So I looked that up. I want y'all to look it up too, so you don't think I'm capping, because I ain't. I looked up the countries that the United States gives billions of foreign aid to. Okay. One of the countries is Egypt. Another country is, I want to say, Iran. Like these, like another country is Germany, China. Bruh, we got so many troops over there in the embassies. We have, I mean, in the area. Then we have the embassies. All of that, we're giving them in federal aid, and I guess exchanging for probably guns and everything else, billions of dollars. Bro, I could go outside right now, walk up the street a little bit, and it's somebody that's gonna be homeless. And we giving aid in the billions. You read it?
I am. I just Googled it real quick. So in 2021 alone, one of the most recent years that's been actually recorded. Yeah, that's the word. 52.4 billion. And this was from 6 days ago. Afghanistan got, I think, 3.9. Israel.
Afghanistan got 3.9. Israel, I heard that 3.9 what?
3.9 million, I think. That's 3.9 million. Israel got 3.3. Jordan got 2.5. Egypt got 1.4.
Is that million or billion?
These are millions. So all of these countries, add them up, it comes up to that 5.6 billion. I said, is that what I said?
That's crazy. I'm telling you, like, somebody outside right now, when you listening to this podcast, walk outside to the main street and tell me if there's not one or two people within a 30-second block that has a damn sign up saying, I need some food, please help me. And you mean to tell me that they told me that Israel has universal health care. Did you hear that? Through the United States, because of our money.
For everyone?
Girl.
Okay, so then after Egypt is Ethiopia with 1.2. Iraq gets 1.1. Nigeria gets 1.1. South Africa also gets the same, 1.1.
That has to be billions.
No, that's million.
Oh, just million?
Yeah, that's it. It says right there, millions.
Who's that? The first one says who?
Afghanistan with 3.9.
Who we giving 3.9 million to Afghanistan for, though? Okay, if it's not billions, then it's millions. Why are we giving them 3.9 million when we're trying to get child care for people that is working so that they don't lose their housing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And this hasn't just been this year, last year, year before. We've been giving these countries money for decades and decades. Bruh. I don't know. We'll do some more research on it. But I know one thing. I'm trying to get some of this money. I don't know if we need to get into the contract business, government contract. Where's all this money coming to?
Right.
Like, I got a couple of places that I really want to show you guys where to funnel this money at, and we will get some economic stability in this city. But no,
maybe they're like making up for 2020, because I was like, as I go down this list and it talks about foreign aid that is contributed to each agency, government agency, and it has like all of these places like Department of Defense, Department of State, Human Health Services. So like I looked at Department of Defense. I don't know why I withdrew to that, but in 2015 through 2019, they were averaging about 14 to 15 million each year. And then in 2020, during the pandemic, they only got 11 million.
Oh, so they're trying to make up.
So that's what I was thinking. I wonder if they're trying to like make up for that money that they didn't really get for those government agencies.
We need to see.
It's interesting.
So let's research that. We need to research that, and we will get back to you guys. But like, we got places where we need to get that money to anyway. But our time is up.
Yes, our time is up. We gotta go.
We gotta go, and
our studio session is up.
Right,
getting kicked out.
But you guys, look up this stuff that we're talking about, and remember, keep the positivity, push positivity, say something nice to someone. Look on our website, because we be putting up on Facebook and on Instagram. I'll be putting up the job fairs. I'll be putting up the community events and
community events like the trick or treats. Trunk or treats.
We're doing trunk or treats on there. So you guys look at it and let me know, and we will talk to you guys next time.
Oh, next time will we be doing our costumes next week or the week after?
Watch when I show you right after we get out here. I'm going to show you the cute costumes I'll say.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have a great day.
Excited. Bye.